So if you like, you can check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Shop. Like shopping visits. Yours is her book over here. Everything I Am. You got you do spoken word. You're a poet.
I am, and I also, some people don't know, but some people do. I bake too.
Oh,
so I've been baking since I was young.
What's your specialty?
Anything. Like I'm not I don't make a 3-tier. But I do know plenty of people that I can connect you with if that's what you want.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have to check some treats out because I like the baked goods.
Okay.
Is a lot about Black Box. Tell us a little bit
I was born downtown. North on 16. So till my senior year in high school, pretty much.
What high school did you go to?
I went to.
Okay.
I had a little. 8th grade was like a rough year for me, kind of, and for whatever reason, my parents.
Oh.
Everything I published in 2018, and so those are my like top things that I do, kind of. And I have 6 children, so that's even before teaching. I'm a mother, and so that takes a lot of time, as you know, energy, effort, patience, resilience, and all the rest of that. And
I thought I had my hands full of 3 children. How old are
they? 23. 13, 15, 17, 19.
Wow.
Yes. I'm gonna. Thank you. I'm still. Let's go. That's a lot.
Well, a lot of friends. I've waited for a long time to have my kids, so
okay.
It'll be a while to get that title. But I think it's, to and you're growing up, I think like 34,
And so I was like, okay.
So balance all of that. Work, your kids, family
Right.
life.
I would say a long time, to be honest, or make sure I have moments to be with myself, and whether I like to talk about on sauna, on myself, probably my two top things. Get away from it all, I guess that's the way I handle it all. On a day-to-day basis, just how my home is
Right. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Me time a little bit.
Yeah, and we I think women in a sense is not that lady is you know, to people make within your family that affect not letting it, but still being who you are, showing up genuinely. business. It then started to and so it made us, know that there's people out there that want to businesses, that being intentional with how you spend your money is important, because we have a very unique market. Our supporters are vested in Blacks. That's one of the main reasons why they come and shop with us, is because they either new products or brands to try out, or they want to start businesses, period. And that's enough for them. They don't need any, they don't need enough, And so we appreciate it. And every month, it's about 5 to 7 products.
So when did
Yeah.
was near George Floyd, or was that 2019? Right?
20. But for us, it's something we want to sustain and grow over time. It's not a fad. It's not
Right. A trend.
Not a trend.
Support
it's a
Black
movement.
businesses,
Exactly.
right?
It is not a trend. It is a movement, and we do have supporters that come back every month and continue to purchase. So
where can people go? Black Box. This is you have
that's
something
a
in here.
demo.
Was this month?
It's empty.
Oh, okay.
I did bring a bag for you, but it's over there. Yeah, just a couple little things. This month, so we have a candle box that we do. So this month, what's in your kitchen? That's always pantry items, and again, specifically for do you know Vicky Cakes is in Texas? It's a Black-owned cake company. Shift your spending, shift your brands. We're so oriented to, the brands that we're used to. Go research on the shade. Grab your new pair of shoes while you spending what you're spending over there.
Right.
And so that's why, when I say we have a very unique clientele, we do, because it's not for everybody, and that's okay. But we do what everybody that does support.
When you average, how many of the vendors or the businesses are
If we have everything, which we are working on trying to get data, I would say 80%.
okay,
And maybe 2% out of state. For the kitchen box this month, all out of state. And we're okay with that. Minnesota Black Box is centered in Black business, period. Maybe specific to Minnesota, but not limited to Minnesota. And the name itself is more, not just about the businesses, but more about who we are, where we're from. We here.
yeah,
You know what I mean? When I was younger, traveling, they got Black people in Minnesota. Yes, we do. And so, but that was our main goal. I would say the first year, all Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. How do you get your vendors? How did you end up hooking up with the people that are out of state?
Researching them,
and then you just kind of reach out to them and see if
say,
they want
here's
to.
who we are, send a presentation out just about what that we do. I like to tell people it's not a business for taking and consuming, in a sense of, don't email me about how, I want to get featured in a box and you haven't bought a box. And that's a courageous statement. And it's because this is not a platform for you to just come and, oh, my candles were in Minnesota Black Box, and you haven't even supported any of the candle makers in the box. Or
right, because you actually buy the products from the vendors, right?
We do. So that was another thing for us. How can we promote these, but how can we financially support and grow them as well? So I spent my own money. I spend my own money. I haven't really paid myself since I started. It doesn't. I don't do it to pay my bills. I do it because it matters to me. And when it's all said and done, I want to look back and be like, hey, like all, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing every month to find seasoning, even local, Love It Seasoning, Neighborhood Smoke. Like, we're all, it's a stereotype, but like all Black families have Lowry's in their pantry, right? Cool. How do we even get hooked on Lowry's? Who even knows, right?
What's in it?
What's in it? All of that. But like, there are so many, even out of state, just a sprinkle seasoning. If I got the name wrong, I apologize. But just all these others that we've been able to find, these brands of Black businesses, it's amazing. I said that when we look 20, 30 years from now, when they study the trends, like it is a Black business boom going on right now. And we're a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an amazing thing. And just to see everybody doing, I promise you can Google whatever product you probably want. There's a honey company in Akron, Ohio, Akron Honey. We beekeepers out here. And then too, the cool thing is we don't just service products, we also feature services as well. So if you need an esthetician, if you need a massage therapist, if you need a Pinky's Fence, if you want a Black owned woman company to come and take care of your lawn care, Pinky Fence right here in Minnesota. If you don't know, go check her out, and not only check it out, but go let her mow your lawn. And so it's about building together. It's about recycling our money in our community, and not just talking about it, but living it.
Yeah.
There's a Black owned bread company out of Chicago that just started.
That's nice.
Eat bread, whoever does who they eat breads, right? And so part of it is just we're happy to be a pit stop to say like, hey, you need toothpaste? Have you heard of Oral-B? Have you heard of Coral Oral? Have you heard? You know what I mean? Like companies that produce things that we use. It's not stuff that you don't use. You use mouthwash. You use toothpaste. You use light bulbs. Go purchase and spend a little more. You're gonna spend it anyways. You might have to travel a little more. You might have to pay for shipping. But when you open that box up,
absolutely. I gotta say, sometimes I think we as Black people are a little tougher on our own people because it's like you want to pay less and you want to get all of the amenities and service that you get from other companies. But I think one thing that we have to realize is that, we don't have as many resources for the things that we do. That's why there's all kind of programs to help Black businesses because, we experience things like, discrimination when we're applying for loans and all that kind of stuff like that. And it's so important that we, be a little more forgiving to each other and also do a little bit more to build each other up. So I personally really love the Black box and the experience that I get when I purchase a box. Recently I won a box from Kenna Cotman during the Flow event, and I got lovely things on that. I did a little box opening video. I'm gonna post it on my Facebook and Instagram so y'all be able to see it. But yeah, these products, they're really amazing, and it just gives me such a burst to know that it was created by somebody who is going through some of the same things that I'm going through, trying to get my own business to flourish.
Right. Yeah, Kenna, thank you, the curator for Flow, Northside Flow. Those boxes, I have fun doing them too, because for me it also is an art form, to be honest. Because it's not like we just throwing random stuff in these boxes, it's purpose, it's curated to for you to engage with everything in there. you know. And two, we want you to go leave a review. You know, if something you didn't like something, let that business owner know. If you like, Thomasina Petrik's cashew brittle, go leave a review. Go tell somebody about it. Do a video because that's how we'll all grow together.
Now that right there, that cashew brittle, it was fantastic, and it really hit home for me because my grandma, rest in peace, grandma, she used to love cashew brittle. Okay. So it was like, it was great.
Wonderful. Yeah. It's been a I'm blessed. The journey, it has been smooth for me. It's not the box doesn't stress me out. If anything, the box has saved me plenty of days.
Yes.
Where you got to go do this, even though you rather be somewhere crying or somewhere sad or something, whatever. Like, oh, you got this to do, and somebody's depending on you, and you get to introduce this to all, to the masses in a sense. And so it has, especially over COVID. We operate. I was telling you, we have a blue room at home, so we operate out of, AKA the boom boom room, but we operate out of the blue room, and it always was a room that was supposed to be no kids allowed when they were younger. No kids could come in there. It was always my sanctuary room. I love being by the water, so that's kind of the thing. It's like, let me just come in here and debrief. And now I can't do that because probably 3/4 of it is Minnesota Black Box now, which is fine. Thankful to have the space to operate out of, but it's been the times that I have needed it to heal me too. It has offered that, if that makes sense. So which is nice because it is work, but it's not overwhelming. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not stressful. It's not. And the art around me too, that's in the Bloom Room, a lot of ancestors around. We got a picture of Billie Holiday up. So it's a whole vibe in there while I'm working. And so it's not like I'm walking into an office or, thankful for that.
Now, I know you said that you don't really do it to make a profit,
right?
But is there do you think that you could enjoy it more if it was kind of like a profitable business for you?
No. So I don't lose money. So I'll say that. But it's not like I could quit teaching. It's not like I could quit the other things that I do to make money, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the money that I do make, I recycle into the business and I'll recycle with others. And so that's the payment for me.
Okay.
If that works. That's the I have had emails from our partner vendors, and they'll send me every so often their graphs of their business. And last December, one company their chart was off compared to all the rest
because of being in the box.
And he just said, I just want you to see this. I know this is from you, and I appreciate it. So them moments, that's payment for me.
Okay.
The phone calls I get, or just seeing everybody else, there's a lot of people, not a lot, I would say maybe 5 that have their own brick and mortars now that didn't. And I don't take ownership for that, but it's I'm happy to be along with for their growth too, to see where their business has elevated to know, I would say if people really run their spreadsheets, they'll be like, dang, oh, Minnesota Black Box cashed us out $5,000, you know what I mean, in sales or in whatever. And it doesn't happen too though without the business owners. Like you said, we do purchase from them. Sometimes at wholesale, sometimes I don't want to argue with nobody else about what their price is. Yes. And if I have the money that month to support, I'll pay whatever that it is because you growing too.
Yes.
And so I'm not the one to, I don't have, that either it matches the price point for the box or it don't. And if it don't, I keep their information, keep moving. If I can at some time circle back to them and get them in, I do. We have to do a pass now that I just remember that. But to sit down and write about like love in a sense, or how I wanted to bring love to the space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then to learn them. But it was very vulnerable. You are,
Just
yeah.
now, I like about using your art form as, healing and wellness, and also building generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what's your take on that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's three totally different things, so you can pick one. But I find that as an artist, I'm looking for ways to use my art, which is very healing for me. Just all of it in every aspect. It's just healing for me because it's me. And it's me, expressing myself without, not necessarily venting, but just kind of expressing myself through beauty and love. And I always like what to do to use that to build generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's one thing to live, make a living, do what you do, but it's another thing to be able to enjoy living comfortably and using that to build generational wealth, and to continue that onto your children, and be able to have something to leave and legacy.
I would say at least for the writing and poetry, the healing, I'll start with that, because for me, if you kept a journal growing up, or if you kept your diary, right? It was a place you could go to, and it's just you and your own thoughts. You're not going to be judged. You reads it, if it was your diary. But it also was a place where you always could talk to God, for me. And so from a healing, that's what it was. That's why when I got introduced to poetry, it was about that, because me and my dad, and I was only, but it was constant. And so him introducing poetry to me allowed me to go to and write how I felt, my emotions out, and just me and this paper. And it wasn't that I'm not going to be judged, good or bad thing. It's just whatever you needed. And, sometimes we would talk about what I would write afterwards. But for my children, for my students, for the people that I hope my poetry, I say that a lot too, like that it is healing. Hope that you could take something from it that's gonna not heal you in a sense of like a band-aid, but heal you in a sense of maybe you'll be able to express or take something that you've been holding on to, but these words help you to talk about it to somebody, or you read something and makes you think of someone you talk to, you need to call them or something like that.
Helps you to release.
Yeah. And generational wealth wise, I actually think of not financially. I think of the health is wealth. And so if we can create more spaces for young people, for our family to be expressive, to get the things that you're holding on to out, that's wealthy.
Love it.
Yeah, I would think that. And two, it's not we ain't at no $1 million sales yet, or that, but the good thing about books or videos or footage or whatever, right? Like, you are recording history. And so, when I'm not on this earth no more, my words will still be same as your art. That's just the beautiful thing about creatives. Like, you are leaving something is gonna be accessible generations to come.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, for not to say forever, but right, like forever, ever.
Right, yeah.
And so, you know, I hope when my children look back, you know, whether it's Black Box, whether it's you know, a family recipe from their great grandmother on whatever cake, if it's a, you know, a poem that was on a postcard, you know, something that can be shared, something that can be utilized, and something that's tangible, you know, that you can reach out and touch it. It's real, you know, it's genuine, it's from someone's from their whole soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their whole soul and being, and intentional, again, intentionality and purpose. And that's what I strive to move with it, whether it's my poetry, whether it's a box, whether it's whatever. I need to make a cake right now that asks me some, not a cake, some banana bread. It's probably been a month and I haven't made it yet. They know it's coming. They didn't need a date, right? They just hit me up like, will you make it? And but when I bake, it's, you know, it's like a sanctuary in there. And so if I have other stuff going on, I don't want to bake, because when I put my hands in it, when I put whatever, like I want all my energy to be, because you're gonna eat it.
Ooh, you know I like that kind of cake.
Yeah, so it's not so. And I don't want to rush to do it. You know, now don't get me wrong. If somebody's like, I need this by this day, da 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 da, either yep, I'm gonna fit it into my schedule, or I'm gonna say nope, I can't. But here's 5 people who can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let me connect you with them. But so I know she's not watching, but it's me. No, she might be watching.
I can appreciate
you know?
that.
Right.
I can really appreciate that. You know, because
purpose again. Though.
Yeah, purpose. I can say that from our interview, I've gained a lot of like peace, just peace from speaking with you, and you know, just listening to your insight on certain topics and the way you feel about, you know, just the things that we've been talking about. So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
First of all,
I was like, okay, yeah, of course. I know it was nice. Even we first met, if I'm wrong, but even on that Zoom, that was like the first time, at least like seeing, like putting a face to everybody. I already had got the shoes by then, but just hearing your story, and you know, like I feel like at the end of the day, all of us have more commonalities than we do differences. But it's not until you take the time to sit down and have a conversation with someone, write a note. You know what I mean? Or just connect in whatever way that works for you, that you find those things, them common grounds, you know, build sisterhood, all those things.
I can say for me, it was like really a big leap to step out into, you know, start designing my own shoes. Mm-hmm. And when I actually got to see you face to face on that Zoom and you had bought my shoes, mm-hmm. I was like, oh my God, it did so much for me.
And love them. And so, yeah, like there's been some places where, and surprisingly, and the good check for me too, but like white women like, oh my gosh, I love your shoes. Where did you know, so I'm like able to like, especially the colors for me, like, you know, right. Like, what do you like about these or whatever. And so, but even having those conversations, I was at, coffee house in Northeast Dogwood, picking up coffee from the Get Down Coffee House there, and the lady
shout out
there,
to Houston.
Right? Shout out to Houston. There, the lady there was like, "Oh my gosh, I love your shoes." So I, you know, giving her the whole spiel. Get in the car, I rolled my window back down again, like Coco on the shade, like told her, you know, again, she's like, you know, you hear it again. She might have forgotten.
Thank you.
Who knows if she won't, but like, so that's been fun too, and that's the other part too, right? People see you in. I saw the shoes from Kiana's pink ones.
Shout out to Kiana.
That's how I even found out about them. I seen them on her story or seen them wherever, and I was like, oh, pink ones was cute. And so then when I seen these, I was like, perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I can wear, I'll rock them, whatever. And not only that, but like, they're good quality. I love the box. You know what I'm saying? It's an investment, and they get worn.
Thank you.
I like wearing, you know what I mean? So even that makes it even better, or I don't know if better is the right word, but like feel good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When I put them on, I know where they came from. I can look in your eyes. I know, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just like some Nikes off or whatever. Right. The nose, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like, so yeah, I'm happy to.
Thank you so much.
For real. And the art too.
Oh.
Like what you create, you know, when does I did keep one of the cards because I'm putting in my new office. Yay. But you know, young girls get to see a brown Betty Boop.
All right. You know, I just gotta say,
so
the real Betty Boop is actually brown.
Right.
That's kind of what inspired me to do that. Is kind of, you know, growing up, people used to call me the Black Betty Boop.
Okay.
And then, you know, just I think I did an image of her one time, and I put somebody commissioned me to do 3 images of her, so I did that, and I put them on one of the sites on Facebook, and the response back was like, it was the most likes, the most everything I've ever had.
Okay.
And I didn't know how many Black women, you know, really were like, oh my God, you know, into Betty Boop. I guess it's kind of like, you know, the just that image of you know, a Black well-known woman, or kind of like, you know, how people view the Marilyn Monroe pieces and stuff like that. And then just to have, you know, her as a Black woman, and then to find out, you know, she actually was a Black jazz singer, you know, like I actually even got orders from around the world from that order, from that picture, those pictures. And that was an experience for me.
Even the one there's one in the airplane, isn't there too, that you did?
Yeah.
Even that like made me think of
that one over there.
Bessie Coleman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's why you put her in there, but like, you know, and art, you know, all the boxes have art in them. So we, I just think art is left out a lot, especially like in education. It's one of the first things that get cut. I try to incorporate art into my class, whether it's through math, literacy, whatever, poetry, just because it's another form, it's another expression that's important. And so we always, it's always some type of artwork, postcard, usually bookmark, some type of art in the boxes, just so that we, you know, that artists get, you know, and two, I think it's super cool, like, people don't send postcards anymore, or even mail in general, but like here's people's art like going out in the world. Just a cool, whatever idea.
That's amazing. Yes. So let people know where they can follow you at on social media, where they can purchase your books in the Black Box, so that they know where they can touch bases with you at.
So social media is just Minnesota Black Box. Our website is www.minnesota.blackbox.com. You can Google us and see some of the work that we have done. Building Black Wealth, Georgia Fort just did an interview, so we have that as well. Everything I Am, I have my own page for it too. It's just Everything I Am JW. You're welcome to order the book through that as well. And I don't have a website yet. For the book, it just never was needed, I guess, in a sense. So, and I'm not going anywhere anytime soon as far as like, Wonderland Treats too. So this is on social media too, Facebook, and also on the Instagram. It's JW Wonderland Treats. So yeah, it's been fun. I'm gonna do another poem while we're still here. It's called let's see. It's called Wake Up Your Soul. This vibration is elevating. The realm is dedication. Some of us decipher what the birds be singing. When the wind is blowing, we know what it's saying. Done danced on Saturn's rings, left our shine there, so you know it's popping and forever will be glowing. Sitting in the sun, meditating, rays recharging cells. I'm getting lifted off this melanation. I'm feeling reactivated. You know, we be busy as bees during pollination. We be the hydration seeds need during germination. I dipped my soul in the ocean's water, so my superpowers got me feeling like I can walk over fire without being burned. Yelled up to the heavens. The angels sprinkled down blessings. We picked up their dust and blew out some motherfucking magic. Some of us feel the earth quaking. When Richter's sitting at 0, we still be Harlem shaking. And best believe it's fucking lit. I be like, this shit's amazing. I be in amazement. Could you feel that? Lost in a maze of faith full of Mother Earth's grace. Our ancestors gathered around like, hey, we ain't never turning back. I even got my baby strapped. Them shooting stars, they look different from the mountain tops we standing on. Addicted to the love I'm receiving. Knew it all along, no more hesitating. That black love, be resonating. Dawn greets me daily with a vibrant smile. So I'm like, let's do this while we got the time. Got to wake up your soul, your destiny be awake. I like talking about destiny, I guess. And the idea that we all need to be reminded of like who we are, where we came from, whose we are, you know, not only individually, but collectively.
Well, thank you so much for being here today and here tonight and sharing your wisdom and your talents.
It's been an amazing experience. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me. And thank you for the platform that you are building and creating. It is it's wonderful, especially like I told you earlier, just the night vibe, right?
Yeah, the night vibe is nice.
Yeah, after dark.
Shout out to my mom for designing this beautiful space. The vibe, the feeling here is just my mom. She knows how to do that there. So
it is.
Yep. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let me see if we got some hellos on here. Hey y'all, AP Lit class. Uh-oh. Okay. Forget my passcode sometimes because I got 3 phones. Got 3 phones. All right, guys, sign out. Let's see my Instagram go off.